Faith-based story. The Lost Lamb. A tale of redemption and grace. In the heart of a bustling metropolis, amidst the ceaseless rhythm of urban life, there lived a woman named Sarah. She was a seemingly ordinary woman, navigating the challenges of a modern lifestyle. Her days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and the constant hum of city traffic, and her nights were spent wrestling with the weight of her choices and the shadows of her past. But beneath her veneer of confidence, Sarah harbored a secret, a deep yearning for redemption and grace. One bright, sunny morning, as Sarah sat in her office, her gaze wandered to the window overlooking the cityscape. Her life, like the city, was a labyrinth of busy streets, but she longed for a different path. In that moment, a verse from the Bible sprang to her mind, Romans 12:2, Neve, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing and perfect will. It struck a chord with her, a reminder that her life could be transformed, that she had the power to choose a different path. It was the seed of an idea, a glimmer of hope that she clung to. As days turned into weeks, Sarah began to take small steps towards her personal transformation. She sought the company of people who shared her spiritual journey and found solace in the wisdom of a local pastor, Pastor James. He reminded her of another verse, Matthew 11:28, Neve, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Sarah felt like she had found her refuge in the midst of the chaos. One evening, as Sarah sat in the park, her thoughts turned to her estranged brother, Michael. He had drifted away from the family, burdened by his own demons. The last time she saw him, the anger in their parting words still echoed in her mind. Sarah yearned for reconciliation, for the chance to extend an olive branch, but the fear of rejection held her back. One day, while reading her Bible, she stumbled upon Luke 15:11-32, the parable of the prodigal son. It was a tale of a son who had squandered his inheritance and returned home, expecting judgment but receiving a warm and forgiving welcome. Sarah couldn't help but be moved by the story's message of redemption, forgiveness, and grace. She felt a deep conviction to reach out to Michael and offer him the same unconditional love the father in the parable had shown his prodigal son. Summoning her courage, Sarah made the call. Her heart pounded as she heard Michael's voice on the other end of the line. She admitted her mistakes and her longing for reconciliation. To her surprise, Michael's response was one of forgiveness and an eagerness to mend their fractured relationship. As the weeks turned into months, Sarah and Michael embarked on their journey of healing and reconciliation. They spent countless hours reminiscing about their shared childhood, laughing over shared memories, and shedding tears for the years they had lost. It was a journey marked by forgiveness and the restoration of a sibling bond. One evening, as they sat on Sarah's balcony, the city lights twinkling in the background, Michael turned to his sister and said, "You know, Sarah, I was lost, just like the prodigal son in the Bible. But you found me and brought me back into the fold. I'm grateful for your love and forgiveness." Sarah was deeply touched by his words. It reminded her of the power of redemption and grace in her own life and the lives of those she loved. She thought of Romans 5:8, Neve, but God demonstrates His own love for us in this, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. The moral of the story. In this modern-day tale of the lost lamb, we are reminded that redemption and grace are not just abstract concepts but transformative forces in our everyday lives. Like Sarah, we often find ourselves navigating the complex pathways of the modern world, seeking meaning, redemption, and grace. The story teaches us that we have the power to transform our lives, to break free from the patterns of the world, and to choose a path of renewal and spiritual growth. The verses from the Bible offer guidance, reminding us of the rest and comfort that can be found in faith, and the importance of forgiveness, reconciliation, and unconditional love. Through Sarah's journey of reconciling with her brother, we learn that redemption and grace are not only gifts we can receive but also gifts we can extend to others. Just as the father in the parable of the prodigal son welcomed his wayward son with open arms, Sarah's forgiveness and love served as a beacon of hope and reconciliation. The story's moral encourages us to seek transformation, to offer forgiveness, and to nurture our relationships, for in these acts, we can find redemption and grace, not just in the pages of the Bible but in the living of our own lives.